Finishing a layered artwork inspired by the artwork of Julie Moretto. Additional supplies needed for finishing the work are construction paper, light boxes, scissors, 2B pencils, glue sticks, colored pencils, and Sharpies. Here is an old trick for making copies of shapes for your artwork. If I want to copy this post, I'm going to turn the paper upside down and circle where it is. To see the post, you can hold it up to the light. Then, using a 2B pencil, that's the pencil with the yellow tape in my classroom, scribble behind it. Then, hold the shape over top of a colored piece of construction paper, use a pencil with the green tape, and trace. You are now pushing the graphite on the back of this sheet onto the construction paper. When you release it, you will see a light image. You could spend a minute touching it up to see it a little bit better. Now the shape is ready to cut out. Another way to copy your shape is using a light box or hold it against a window. Place the image down, and some of the construction paper is thin enough that you can see through it with light. And now all you have to do is trace it. Both ways work well. Cut it out carefully in one cut. You can even use the outline that's left over. To glue this down, I'm going to add glue to the shape only. I want this piece to match up perfectly with the post in my drawing, so I'm going to carefully lift up the corner it's closest to and try to line it up. Once I see that it's matching, I can now lay down the vellum and tap it down. Then give it a good push and rub to hold it in place. You can repeat this process for any other shapes that you make. Could use this outline cut out, but I'm not happy with the way it looks, so I'm not going to use it. Here's a trick to make 2 copies of any cutouts that you make. Before you start cutting out a shape that you trace, fold the paper. Now when you go to cut it out, you will be cutting out 2 copies at once. This does make cutting a little bit more challenging with 2 sheets of paper, but you get great results. Before you glue a shape down, experiment and hold it in different places. So far, all of my cutouts match something in my drawing perfectly, but they don't have to. Here I've glued down two pieces next to each other. The one leg's a little bit floppy, so I'll have to go back and add a little bit of glue to make sure it's glued down flat. I probably should have colored this in black first before I glued it down. Here I've drawn a larger image of the columns, and now I'm going to use a pencil that's nice and sharpened, a 2B, and shade it in. I've gotten a lot done so far, but I don't think I'm quite finished yet. I could use other tools like color pencils. Use the ones that say Prismacolor. You can use the color pencils on top of the vellum, under the vellum, on the construction paper. You can also use a Sharpie for thin, bold lines. How do you know when you're finished? Well, ask yourself this question: how can I improve this? And then ask Mr. Mannion, how can I improve this?